Hello and welcome to today's head-to-head between two juggernauts of the boxing brand world, Grant and Cleto Reyes. So as you can see, I've got these two gloves here. These are actually a 16 ounce and these are actually an 18 ounce glove, but they're very sort of similar. They're both big gloves. We're going to do the over the 12 rounds as always, a different section for each round. 10 points to the winner. It's a 10-point must system. 9 points to the loser, exactly the same as in real professional boxing. If there's a significant difference between the two, it'll be a 9-8 or even a 9-7 round, but most rounds will be a 10-9 or a 10-10. These two brands are two of the leading brands in the world. So let's kick off. Round one, brand. In terms of Cleto Reyes, 70 years, I think they've just had their 70 years birthday actually. Classic boxing brand, timeless heritage from a Cleto Reyes, seen in so many massive fights over the years. Grant, massively recognisable brand. Most big fights have got the Grant logo in there somewhere. It really is. I mean, obviously they've been on a lot of the big films and Creed and Southpaw recently that Grant have heavily featured in. But I have to say, in terms of brand, I am going to give it 10-10 because you've got that classic Cleto Reyes against the more stylish, I would say, Grant. But they're both epic when it comes to brand. Round number two is wrist, and for wrist the Cleto Reyes has got a very nice, comfortable, squarish, soft wrist, and they've got that nice cloth badge there which I've always liked, where it's got the gold. I think it just really adds a bit of a boutique sort of look to the glove. And then in terms of the wrist for the Grant, it's a harder padding. More protection, I would say, but no badge. It was a close call this round, I have to say, but I am going to give 10 points to the Cleto Reyes and 9 to the Grant. When it comes to the thumb, I'll just put that there. The Cleto Reyes has got quite a short thumb, really, and that bar there is quite hard. In terms of the thumb for the Grant, you've got great padding there, really is. You've also got a larger thumb attachment there than the Cleto Reyes thumb attachment, so I do prefer that larger thumb attachment as well. You've got the two-tone, which is sort of a Grant special really, although lots and lots of places are now copying that, but I do think when it comes to the thumb, it is a 10 points round to the Grant and a 9 points to the Cleto Reyes. When you come to the face of the glove, as you can see, you've got the two-tone, you've got the rounder padding that is here and here on the Grants, and then here on the face of the glove you've got good padding. It's a little bit more angular. It is sort of a little bit smaller there. This is a little bit more bulky. But in terms of face of the glove, I do like that two-tone, and 10 points to the Grant and 9 points to the Cleto Reyes. Okay, knuckle area. Okay, so there you go. That's how I push it in there. And then in terms of the Cleto Reyes, you've got, again, nice padding on both of these knuckle areas, very similar on both, and because of that I can't split them. 10-10. Stitching top notch on both of these, really is very well made, hence why they've got such a good reputation. Cleto Reyes exactly the same in terms of just real good quality. Build quality on these type of gloves is excellent. And again, when it comes to the stitching, that's a 10-10 round. Quality and durability, The badge, I'm always saying about the Cleto Reyes badge, I don't like the fact that it does peel off, but I have to say, in Cleto Reyes' defence, I did spar in a pair of Cleto Reyes for many years, and I looked after those gloves, and that badge never came off. And also what happened was they wasn't even touched, even though I'd done hundreds and hundreds of rounds in them. And for that reason, quality and durability, I'm going to give 10 to both gloves. When it comes to comfort, the softer glove is the Cleto Reyes, and the harder glove is the Grant glove. But again, this is a close round. They're both very comfortable gloves. I am going to give it on a shade of a little bit, but 10 points to 9 points to the Cleto Reyes, just because it's a little bit softer, a little bit more comfortable. But that was a tough, close round. When it comes to style, you have got the classic red Cleto Reyes there, and then you've got the instantly recognisable, cool brand that is Grant. So on that basis, I am going to give it 10 points to the Grant, and I'm going to give it 9 points to the Cleto Reyes. In terms of protection, again, another very, very hard round to split. Protection on these, it's just a little bit harder than on the Cleto Reyes, both on the front of the glove and on the wrist. These areas here is just a bit more harder. You know, 10 points to the Grant and 9 points to the Cleto Reyes. Performance of the glove, again, I can't split these gloves when it comes to performance. They are both excellent when it comes to using them for the sparring or even on the heavy bag. 10-10. Cost and value for money, probably brand new, £180 to £220 for a pair of Cleto Reyes, which is a great price, I have to say, because you treat these gloves right and they will last you for years and years and years. And yeah, you treat these gloves right, and these will also last you for years and years and years. But you're looking at £400 plus for a pair of Grants. You're looking at, you know, top notch, just over £200 for a pair of Cleto Reyes. There's only one winner when it comes to cost and value for money, and that is 10 to the Cleto Reyes and 9 to the Grant. So again, I've covered off all of the rounds, 12 rounds there. Some of the rounds were very close. It was a whisker between some of those rounds as to who was the winner and who wasn't. And then there were some rounds where there was a definite winner. But in terms of over the 12 rounds, we do have a winner, and we do have the scores. And the scores are as follows. 117 points to the Grant glove, and 116 points to the Cleto Reyes. 117 to 116, a victory for the Grants, but by the slimmest of margins. And as I say, I do these, it is my opinion. Other people might have a different opinion, which might have changed that to a different outcome. But what we can all agree on, that these are two top quality brands, and that they both make some fantastic gear, and their gloves are in the top 3 of boxing gloves for a reason, because they are so good. Obviously winning being the other in that equation. But yeah, great contest, great to put these two gloves together. We had a winner, it was close. Thanks ever so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll continue to bring you as good a content as I can. Really enjoying the channel, getting loads of great feedback back from you guys, and questions that come through. I answer them to the best of my ability and the best of my knowledge. But yeah, keep them coming. Subscribers are going up by the day, and as long as that keeps happening, I am very happy to carry on with this channel. I'm really enjoying the whole thing. Okay, thanks ever so much for watching. I shall speak to you soon.